Smash Ultimate is making things a lot easier for players while also making it more difficult. I wanted to go over 5 mechanics that they have introduced just to this game that kind of show that Smash Ultimate developers are really thinking about the meta in a very interesting way. And really quick before I get started, I just kind of wanted to shout out Ruben, someone that has been figuring out a bunch of the technical things of Ultimate just by looking at all the videos, so shoutouts to him. Please go follow him on Twitter if you want to know all the technical stuff, and if you don't worry, I'm going to be summarizing it for you. 1. The inclusion of an auto short hop attack to me is genius, because a lot of people, especially when you're starting out, don't understand that full hopping and short hopping is a thing, and so it's going to initially get the casuals into an, oh my god, you can do multiple different jump heights, that's amazing, let's like try to consider it and try to do all these different things with it. I feel like when you make things easier like that, you are introducing more people to a competitive side as opposed to just, we're just gonna button mash and everything, you know, and it gets people into, let me think about what I'm doing because I actually know that I can do this. I know that I can easily short hop because I can just hit YA or XA or jump A at the same time, whatever. I really like that inclusion. I think it is very smart, and you know, in terms of a competitive perspective, like on my end, it makes it so that I know I can like roar back air incredibly easily with short hop only. That'll never really mess it up, but I very much so like that mechanic. 2. Singles and doubles are drastically different metas, and so I'm very excited that they have literally different damage outputs from singles and doubles. It changes the outputs based on, I think, if there are more than 4 players or something, or 4 plus players or 3 plus players, I don't remember. So singles will be different than doubles, free-for-alls, or big free-for-alls I guess, triples, quads, everything else will be different than singles, and I honestly really like that. They did similar things in Smash 4 where they were nerfing things specifically for doubles, such as, you know, Game & Watch's bucket, if your teammate fills it up, it does way less damage. If Villager pockets something that is your teammates, then it's going to do less damage than if it was your opponent's thing. That in general is very smart, and you know, they can always just change the formula. Like, you know, let's say like Ridley does his 51% down B. They realize it's ridiculous in doubles, they can knock that specifically with a really heavy modifier to make it only do 15 or 17, because otherwise you'd probably have a 0 to death with like Snake down throw, Ridley down B, Snake forward smash, and that seems kind of silly. That is a really smart decision, just because 1, doubles is always like interestingly fast because you have all these team combos, you have all these team kill moves. Things like throw to kill move are going to be drastically different percent ranges. You're going to have to memorize both percent ranges for singles but also for doubles, so you know, throw to kill aerial or throw to smash attack is going to be really smart. And along the same token, and I'm not going to count this as its own thing, the teching of footstools makes things so smart for doubles, because you don't have those really easy throw footstool jab block, throw footstool jab block, throw footstool jab block that so many characters are able to do in this game, or you know, move footstool. So smart. The damage thing itself is so good. I love it. 3. Probably the most unique of all of these things that are on this list is the parrying mechanic, and every time I think of it, I get more excited. It is absolutely insane. It is going to change entirely how good neutral is. Multi-hit moves, if they are not auto shield, are going to be worse. Single hit moves are going to be way harder to parry, but obviously easier to punish. If you have something like a 1-2-3 jab, it's going to make things so much, like that's bad because you can parry it. It is going to fundamentally change everything. There's going to be so much knowledge that like every top player is going to know. You know, I'm somewhat worried about it because my neutral is a lot of multi-hits. You know, they can do things like parry my second quick attack if I'm gonna like go through them twice, get bigger punishes. The thing is, like, parrying itself isn't that much frame advantage. Like, I have looked and I thought it was more. You know, you do have to time, let's say like a rapid jab or like a jab finisher, you're gonna have to time it on that because you don't exactly have a lot of invulnerability. There was one video that was shown that shows like Inkling like rapid jabbing and then Ridley parries it but then gets hit by the rest of the jab. So it's not like you have a huge amount of frame advantage. You're not going to be able to interrupt moves unless you have an incredibly fast like frame 1 jab or something like that. So parrying, it changes everything, and it makes your shield so much more valuable because you're gonna want to move out of the way of certain moves so you can like time parries on certain things, so you can just get out of the way so you can get big punishes. And anytime I think of it, I'm like, okay, I have to stop because I'm too excited for this game. I'm too excited for this mechanic. 4. before. There's something in every Smash game called staling, which is normally, you hit someone with a move, now that move enters a queue of stale moves, and your moves do less and less damage the more you spam them, pretty much. It's trying to make sure people aren't spamming. If you want to know more about that, I will put a video in the little card that goes to explain it. Not my video, but still a very good video. I think it's by maybe Smash Dudes, I'm not exactly sure. And something that I mentioned that is very important is it only normally happens on hit. But now in Smash Ultimate, there is a penalty for hitting your opponent's shield. It will stale your moves. So if you are spamming your kill moves, like let's say my Pikachu forward smash, or let's say a Cloud back air, you are going to have your move get weaker and weaker and weaker, so you can't just have those metas that you see more so in Smash 4 than anything else of, oh, you're at 130, I'm Cloud, short hop back air, short hop back air, short hop back air, oh, that one hit, cool, I win. You're going to be actually have to mix up your offense, mix up how you get your kills, really only save your kills for when you're in actual advantage and not just, oh, I have this really good move in neutral that also doubles as a kill move, let's just spam it all the time, because it will get weaker and it will get harder to kill. And I think that is absolutely genius. That is the second smartest thing, in my opinion, of the entire list, the final one being the last one, which kind of ties into what the situation I just said, but you'll see what I mean. It is so cool, the fact that they're staling things on shield, and yeah, it's kind of annoying because, oh, but I want to space more on shield. It's like, okay, well, your spacing move shouldn't exactly be your kill move or also your kill confirm move, so I think that is 100% fine. If you're trying to space, you will slowly get damage, you will slowly rack things up, and then you shouldn't be rewarded for it by just like, oh, I was spacing and haha, I accidentally got a kill with my back air. Like, that's kind of dumb. And so I'm really happy that they're kind of making it so that you have to think more about how you get your kills. And so a side effect of that is actually going to make projectiles both better and worse. If you are using your projectiles to build up damage, then your opponents can shield it, make them do less damage, and so they are less scared if you continually zone them. So it makes characters like Snake, it makes like Snake's grenades a little weaker in terms of that, Duck Hunt can, things like that. So that is a very interesting thing. But the second one is the stale move queue is finite. I don't know how many it is in obviously Ultimate, but in the other games I think it is a 9 move queue where you can do 9 different moves, and then the 10th move will push the first move out of the queue, so that move is now fresher. So a big deal is the fact that if I have used my kill moves, I am going to just sit back and spam projectiles because the opponent will have to avoid them, put them in disadvantage, either roll, jump, which obviously is really good for me because if I can run with my projectile I can make them jump and then keep them in disadvantage, or they have to shield it or get hit by it. Both of them would put the moves into the stale move queue and then make my other moves fresher. So if I've used my Nair and I wanted to confirm into up smash just in case, I can shoot Thunder Jolts for about 30 to 40 seconds. If my opponent jumps on a platform, cool, that means I can shark them, give them more damage, make it easier to kill them with more things, or they're going to shield it. It is really, really interesting to me the fact that they are penalizing both spamming projectiles on people's shields, because you can shield it, make it do less damage, be less scared of it in general, and also spamming short hop kill moves, or like, I'm going to use my spacing thing that happens to be a kill move. Like, if someone dancing blades your shield, now you're not going to die at 95 at the edge, assuming it still has the tipper like it does in Smash 4. And 5, the final thing is going to be the fact that there is a penalty in terms of a damage multiplier for short hop attacks. And not the kind of like the easy one where it's like, okay, Y and A specifically, but no, if you short hop and do an attack at any point, you will be penalized with 0.85 amount of damage. And that is huge. Similar to the same thing, the same scenario that I talked about in the last one, if you have a really good landing aerial that's incredibly safe on shield, it now will not be a kill move because one, the short hop attack will inherently make it 0.85 times the strength, but also if you are doing, if you are spamming it on someone's shield, it will now get more and more stale, do less and less damage, so it gives the opponent more opportunity to get in, because if you wanted to do full damage, you have to do a full hop, but if you do a full hop, that means that people can get behind you, especially with the weird jump momentum, or rather, they don't get behind you, they get under you, they get in, and that is absolutely huge. There are very, very few characters that have something like a really good back air and a really good down air that kind of can stuff people out, that can cover, the area 45 degrees below and in front of them, while also covering behind them, like with 2 different moves. That is very, very rare for a lot of characters, and is going to be very incredibly valuable for a bunch of characters, because they can finally do full hop things, so they don't have to use their aerials, giving them less damage, and therefore less knockback, because damage and knockback are very much so correlated. It's insane. They're so smart. And again, there's a very interesting thing. If your aerial is normally too strong to get combos with, now now if you do a short hop, it's going to do less damage, again, less knockback, and now you're going to have a better combo move. I know for me, I can short hop fair, and I don't have to worry about it being incredibly powerful because I can short hop, it's going to do less damage, less knockback, and it will link into itself. Finally, obviously, be going into the stable move queue as well, you'll be able to have a lot of combo aerials. Think Sheik forward air will be the same thing. Think Diddy Kong forward air. A lot of moves that are going to be able to combo, now will combo even better because of the less damage, and especially because of the new knockback, you know, the balloon-esque knockback, which we're talking about, where they fly really quickly to the end of where they would go on the knockback and then stop. So if your move is weaker, it's going to be very, very, very valuable in terms of being able to combo. Think like a short hop up air for Cloud is going to be so much better than a full hop up air, because the full hop up air, like the short hop up air one, they can fast fall and auto cancel it and then get a second one, but two, like, and it'll do less damage, sure, but at the same time, if you can get 2 or 3 up airs instead of the one that you would get from the full hop up air, it's going to be so much better for just, it's so smart. They have thought about so many things when it comes to this game. They have thought about so many scenarios. They have added modifiers, they have added different little mechanics, and I am so excited. Literally, the more I think of Smash Ultimate, the more I think, how can they do so many good things about the game? And that's not even talking about, you know, the roll diminishing invincibility or the extra lag that I've talked about before. That's not even talking about the crazy fact that there are so many characters. They're probably gonna patch the game because it seems like they really care about this game because they've added so many different things. The stage hazards toggle, which I've already talked about, it's this game is going to be so good, and I am so excited for it, especially if they fix wave dashing, because that will make a lot of new Melee competitors play this game. The scene is going to be huge. I'm so sorry to every TO that has to run this game. Just remember, guys, get your Switches, practice some Smash, whatever, it doesn't matter which game it is, because there's enough mechanics in all of them. This game is going to be crazy, and it's, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And that's going to be it for this one, so I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.